Hi YouTube. This video is my post-Disney nonsense video, and it's going to come in a lot of lists with some commentary inserted in between those lists. So let's get started with my list of 5 things you cannot do in Disney World. Number 1, walk more than 6 feet without ruining someone's photo opportunity. Number 2, find Goofy real or stuffed. I went into a huge gift shop, Mouse Gears in Epcot, and it took me forever to find anything with Goofy on it, who is my favorite. Goofy's my favorite because we have a lot in common. We're both tall and kind of lanky, we both usually don't know what's going on, and we're both doomed to be bachelors for eternity. And I couldn't find the real Goofy anywhere either, so I was really disappointed by the distinct lack of Goofy. Number 3, convince the other 4 members in your party that you really need to be at the park gates like a half hour before they open. My family did not grasp that concept well. Number 4, be pleasantly surprised by the price of an item. After a while, you just kind of get used to paying $2.50 for a bottle of Dr. Pepper. And number 5, find a shirt that you would actually wear outside Walt Disney World. Disney shirts are really cool while you're in Disney, but when you're out, it has to be really good. So, the Disney fans out there are probably wondering what my favorite park was. And it was hands down Epcot, because it had so much cool stuff, and it was not crowded at all, and it was so nice after being in the Magic Kingdom, which was overcrowded with so-so rides. I was so disappointed by Space Mountain. It hurt my neck. And now we move on to my second list, the top 3 things of the South. Number 3, U-turns. Where I come from, no U-turns. I didn't even know they were legal until we got to Georgia and we actually did one. So I was pretty excited. Number 2, a warm ocean. The Pacific has the Atlantic beat for looks, but for practicality, the Atlantic is a lot warmer and therefore more fun to swim in, because you can actually swim in it without freezing. And number 1, Cracker Barrel, the most delicious restaurant on the planet. I don't understand why they're only in the South, because it was so good and I want to eat there again. This vacation was also when I was introduced to Tim Burton movies. One night at our hotel, we decided to watch Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Tim Burton's version, and I was like, this is so cool. And then a couple nights later, we watched Edward Scissorhands, and I was like, this is even cooler. And I think I'm a fan of Tim Burton stuff. I like it a lot. He has really neat style. And I can't wait to go watch all his movies and overload. It's great. Now the last part of this video, I move on to the bottom 3 things of the South. Number 3, TV storm warnings. While I was in Georgia, every day at about 3:30, a little warning would come on the TV and interrupt whatever was on and say something about, warning, there is a thunderstorm that is going to kill you. And it never did. Number 2, smoking abound. Where I come from, there really aren't a whole lot of smokers, and when there are, they're usually like way over there somewhere. It seems like every couple hundred feet you'd run into somebody smoking a cigarette, and that is not a pleasant stench to run into. And number 1, the weather. I am from the West Coast. We do not know what humidity is. And I went down there and I was hot for a few days, but I didn't really mind because I was having fun. So, all in all, a good vacation, but I am very glad to be back. I missed you guys. One last thing before I go. This is probably the best picture I've ever taken, and I just wanted you guys to see it because it really sums up the whole Disney trip. That's Expedition Everest. That's my brother, and I have my fingers over him because his shirt has our school's name on it. It was fantastic. See you real soon.